Good morning, all morning. It's morning till it's no longer morning, but right now it's morning, so good morning. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are we all doing? Greetings on this fine Thursday. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I was trying to read chat while I was waiting to use the bathroom. Fortunately, I was able to get in there eventually. I've only got one bathroom in my house. Like, I'm not rich enough to have like two. Like, my fault too. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Thought that today might be a good time to talk about something, another big project that's on the horizon. You know? I realize that everyone's got their own big projects recently, right? Kuriway is doing cool things with Evil Geniuses. Flipping Feinberg's got his new tournament. Oliver has ranked. Karlef has Karlef stuff, right? Hacking Noises is getting a degree. Karlef has employment, true. Tubbo has mid-offs. Oh my god. Sorry to the person who got banned by saying jerk off yesterday and didn't get unbanned. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sending an unban request. I've just unbanned you. So sorry. Oh, I'm such a whopper. We must have missed one. The auto ban bot is just very harsh. Sorry. Welcome back. You could get more degrees. I could, but I could also not. So, yeah, it's not like a crazy big announcement. So I'm not gonna like it's nothing that wild, right? We used to live in a society. Now woke means no jerkage offage. Don't get baited by the double degree crowd. Oh, right. I've got one really good degree and I don't have a job. Let me get a 2 really good degree and then maybe I'll get one. Fuck off. I'm not having another fucking degree. Don't worry. Not like a crazy big announcement. You guys should be able to fucking work it out already. Like, it's really not that hard. The title has watermelon emojis. The go live notification today said the emoji in today's title isn't random. And then my Discord notification was 10 to the power of 8. Like, it's not like it's nerdy arg. It's like 3 puzzle pieces to put together. It's the most simple goddamn... It's baby's first jigsaw puzzle, actually. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, one of the coolest things that I've done before, one of my biggest projects, was alongside an awesome content creator called Squilly. Who is just a kind of how do you describe Squilly? A redstone, like a technical YouTuber, really? He just makes cool shit. I don't really know how to explain it. Nerd. Yeah, nerd. Yeah, nerd's hard, actually. Nerd is good. Yeah. Nerd is a good way of putting it, actually. And a little while ago, we watched a pretty awesome movie, which was this, right?
This is RekRap. He's currently trying to farm 10 million melons in 100 Minecraft days. He had previously tried farming 1 million in 100 days, only to fail by 5 minutes.
And I would recommend that everyone goes and watches this video. Now, I've already watched it on stream. I watched it a little while ago. About 2 or 3 months ago now. But at the end is the outro, right? And let's actually let's watch this outro actually.
I'm honestly still surprised Rek was able to pull this off, dude. This is crazy. You know, some people might ask, why put in so much effort for a stupid little Minecraft challenge like this? And I can't answer for RekRap, but for me, one of the cooler things about challenges like this is how unexpectedly deep it is. In terms of like the strats and optimizations, every single pattern and block placed in this farm has a purpose. And that was not found until probably over 1,000 hours of just like testing different things to see what doesn't work. You can't achieve this without that kind of effort. But I know maybe a little more selfish reason was doing like redstone contraptions is kind of one of the only things that I'm good at. And so I take a lot of pride in the redstone that I do, and I took this as a way to validate that even further, like that I can do something like this. I can optimize this to the point of hitting 10 million. And yeah, like I told Rek, like when he hit 10 million and seeing that being done with the farm that I took part in, it was kind of like a chef seeing a clean plate. It is just like such an incredible feeling of completion to see something that I made actually contribute. That was what my goal was. Alright, well, thank you very much if you actually watched through this whole thing. This is almost 2 hours long. This has been a passion project for the past, like, has it been 3 years? No, 2 years. I'm incredibly proud of it. So your viewership really means a lot. You know, feel free to, like and subscribe and click the bell, all that stuff. All right, yeah, end the recording. Dude, I freaking hate this challenge. I hated this thing all the way through. I didn't want to do any of it at all. That's the truth. That's real. I'm being real with you right now. I'm being genuine. I hated this thing. I never want to do this ever again.
Safe to say, I would consider that one of the coolest outros I've seen ever on any YouTube video ever. And 100 million melons is something that we tried to do before. We've tried to do this. We have tried to do this. And we failed pretty miserably, actually. We did not do that well. It's a video on my main channel from a little while ago. Wow, it is from a little while ago. It's here. It's one of the few videos that I fully edited myself from start to finish. And in the end, we did not get there. But at the end of the video,
it was a really awesome time to spend with others. Especially as a speedrunner, things can get pretty lonely resetting Minecraft over and over and over and over and over and over. Oh, But do you want to know the main reason I was so happy?
And so,
What the heck is this?
whoa, hold
What is this?
distribution, each hopper gets 1 stack, each batch of items, basically. And yes, we just have it going across an ice stream.
This is the
That's
coolest thing
That's
ever.
insane.
Is this one right here.
That looks way smaller.
looks a
and way
lot
more
simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His design is this.
Oh, that's right, the nether.
I wasn't even here for that bit.
And so all you need is pumpkins in your offhand, cheers in your right hand, and hold down the button. And it just goes.
Oh my gosh!
Dude,
I know.
What is this?
that's insane, man.
That's so cool. It sounds like an attempt to is definitely happening.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Now, I don't really. Firstly, thank you, Bucks, for the tier 1. But I clearly don't understand what soon means. Because I did say attempt to coming soon. This video was uploaded in 2024. But it's safe to say that the soon might be sooner than we think. We've been working hard behind the scenes on some big, cool, important shit. And now I don't want to announce a date today, but it's safe to say that soon finally has a definition. Within our space, we know that it's coming. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to help. And the way that I want you to do that is with me today. There are 2 things that I would like you to help me out with. I have 17 pages of professionally produced documents regarding 2 separate optimized melon farm designs. And today, we need to go through them and determine which one we are going to build in our second quest for 100 million melons. This time we're not taking half measures. This time we're not taking anything for granted. This time, we're going all in. Last time we weren't prepared. Last time we weren't optimized. This time, we don't want to fail. This time, we don't want to fall. This time, we want 9 figures worth of melons. And there's only one way that that's going to happen, and it's if we choose the correct design. Now, 2 big Redstone nerds have come to me with their own ideas on which of these 2 designs are better. But they themselves cannot decide between the 2. And as the leader of this project, it is my job to dictate which design we use in the final attempt. And I want you to help me out and decide alongside me as to which of these 2 farm designs are better. 100 million melons is a lot. 100 days is a short time. We need to pick the optimized design. Welcome to the 100 million melon farm design offs. Here we go. let me introduce you to gapless and waterfall melon designs. Page 1 of our 17-page document tells you nothing but the rates. Here you go. Both the gapless and waterfall designs no longer utilize nether-based storage, which was previously shown to Fulham and Rightcraft. They utilize 2 sets of 5 flying machines and are drained at both ends of the farm directly into hopper minecarts, hoppers, and chests. The flying machines utilize leaf stone-based relays placed at the center of the layer, notice not the ends, for simple wiring. The redstone wiring / timings are the same for both farms, and both layer designs max out at 30 layers due to the build height limit. From nothing apart from the rates, it is a very clear victory towards the gapless melon farm. However, notice there is not just rates when it comes to dictate melon farms. Let's scroll. This is the gapless layer. The below figures show the gapless design. 256 blocks by 97. Each layer is entirely filled, i.e. gapless, with alternating dirt and moss. And the melon stems are only lit by jack-o'-lanterns, not by skylight. Notice that's a difference to the farm that we built in our earlier attempt, where we had gaps running between each strip to allow skylight through. The farm is hydrated with waterlogged slabs placed underneath the lower layer of jack-o'-lanterns, as you can see here. And the upper layer of jack-o'-lanterns provide 100% light coverage, allowing every melon stem to grow. I can turn down the music, one sec. However, the fastest theoretical build time for one layer is 3 hours and 2 minutes. That's a long time. That is 9 in-game Minecraft days. Given the fact that we only have 100 days, this is a long time. But the efficiency of this design is second to none. Now let's look at the waterfall design. The below figure shows the waterfall design. Rather than placing light sources and water on every layer, this design leaves gaps in the layers to allow skylight to light the melons, and has a single layer of water sources placed at max build height to hydrate every single layer. Additionally, a daylight activated mob switch prevents mobs from spawning on the platform during nighttime. And notice the theoretical fastest build time. It's a whole hour less. That's because of the time saved due to waterlogging slabs and, strips being empty. It's a faster build time, it's less efficient. But there's no true winner. There's no obvious winner between these two, I think. The rates are unfathomable for gapless, but the build speed is much faster for waterfall. And as you can see, this document only seems to have 3 pages. I told you there were 17. Now, the designers of these two farms are Squilly, the original creator of the 10 million melon video, the original creator of the farm that Recrap used, and Willahide. Willahide, content creator, also someone who really gaff about this project, worked really hard in the 100 million attempt number 1. and they have differing opinions as to which one is better. And now I don't know who designed each farm. They have redacted that information, they have kept that private, and they have given each other their files, their arguments, and agreed and fact-checked one another to make sure that both are true. But I don't know who has built which one. So I don't know which one is better. There is no personal bias. There is instead just 2 7-page long documents that we are going to review today, arguing for each of their own farms and designs. And let's see who we prefer when we finish reading through these documents. In favor of the gapless melon farm. Gapless is a high-density form of melon farm which yields incredibly high rates, but takes longer to build than the opposing waterfall melon design. Despite this, it dominates the waterfall farm by having a lighter resource demand and a higher estimated melon count, making it the safest choice for hitting 100 million melons in 100 days. This document will explain this in detail. I can't believe that these guys have both made 7-page long, like, high-quality documents, professional-grade documents, just to argue for their melon farm design. That's how Oro this is, bro. The graphs below show the estimated day 100 melon count of both designs with a different number of players dedicated to building the farm. This visualizes an advantage the gapless farm has when built with a higher allocation of players, between 4 and 8. The waterfall design shows an advantage at lower player allocation. But this is realistically not the allocation we will have in a real run. After day 25, all resource collection is automated besides dirt. The dirt collection will need 1 to 2 players allocated to keep up with the melon farm build. And we will also need 1 to 2 players allocated to managing the melon farm storage and centralizing the resources from the automatic farms to our resource hubs. This means realistically, we will be able to allocate 6 to 8 players to the melon farm build, exactly where the gapless design has the biggest advantage. Single layer build time of 182 minutes for gapless and 127 minutes for waterfall. Build time is divided by player allocation. More players equals faster building. And as you can see from the graphs, it does clearly show that gapless does improve, assuming that everything else is done by day 25. With the more players we have, the better the gapless does. However, that is not to say that the waterfall doesn't also reach, ideally, in ideal scenarios, from 1 player test extrapolated across to 10, both designs do reach 100 million melons. So don't get it twisted. It's still very possible no matter what we choose. It's just a preference-based thing, okay? This is, again, the arguments for gapless, though, right? And arguments for gapless are obviously going to show the main benefits, the pros of gapless. When comparing these graphs, there is a distinct difference that highlights one crucial flaw of the waterfall design. While the waterfall design can be finished much earlier due to its incredibly fast build time, its maximum farm power is permanently stuck at a significantly lower number due to the 30-layer limit. 6.5 million per hour versus 8.4 million per hour. This allows Gapless to overtake the waterfall design well before 100 days because its maximum farm power is so much higher, getting millions more melons than the waterfall design, despite being finished later. That means that the waterfall design is going to flatline, whereas the Gapless is going to have the upwards trajectory and have a faster gradient, eventually. I feel like the music in the background does not suit. Give me Curry's DMCA free jam first. Right now. In addition to having lower rates and estimations, the waterfall method sucks up resources significantly faster than Gapless due to its incredibly fast build time. That's something really interesting. This is a small point, but one thing that I really, really do want to care about. Because waterfall is faster to build, it's technically more resource demanding, so we might spend more time needing to go and farm more resources. It's important. That's important, actually. That's something to consider. To compare the designs based on their resource demand, we've created a table that displays the quantity of each key resource needed for one single layer. Remember, both farms have 30 layers, max capacity due to build height restrictions. So per layer, we're multiplying all of this shit by 30, okay? Maybe I should change the title. 100 million melons. Attempt to farm design debate. Here we go. That's good. To compare the designs based on their resource demand, we've created a table that quickly displays the quantity of each key resource. This also references the build time for each farm to measure how quickly we need to obtain key resources. These values are called the rate of consumption. The below figures show the different rates of consumption for Gapless and Waterfall. Wait, the song's called Waterfalls. Wait. Could be a sign. So, although it seems as though Gapless uses a higher quantity of materials per layer, the speed of which it's built means it actually uses less per hour. That makes sense. That allows other people to be... It means that there's less... hold on. A couple of people aren't sure about this. People are saying, does it? I think it does, right? I think this is quite important. But I'm happy to hear debates about this. Because, personally, I think that's a very important factor. The amount of moss blocks and dirt used per hour is quite important, I think. So even though it's more resource intensive for Gapless, it's actually less resources per hour on the bottlenecks. Notice these red sides here are the use per hour, right? This highlights another prominent issue with the waterfall design. Due to its incredibly fast build speed, it becomes significantly more demanding of key resources than the gapless method, despite costing less overall. If we use the waterfall design, we would now have to invest more time in building a bigger/faster moss farm to accommodate the 42,000 moss per hour requirement. With the gapless method, we only need to accommodate a 32,000 per hour requirement, with the current silent bug moss farm already provides. Additionally, the dirt requirement has increased by around 2,000 per hour. While not as drastic of an increase as the moss, this will still put more pressure on the players collecting dirt, and may even require reallocating a player from the melon farm to collect dirt instead. Lastly, the iron cost has increased from 6,500 to 8,800 per hour, which would require an expansion to the main iron farm, again requiring more time to be invested in the first 25 days and further delaying the start of the melon farm building process. Again, last time we had a rough plan of 25 days to collect the resources we needed and 75 days to be spent building. Zoom into the table? Of course we can. Here you go. There's the table in full. Gapless definitely requires more quantity of things per layer. That's likely why the rates are higher. But per hour of building, it's lower per hour. I don't fully understand this part. Waterfall takes 2 hours to build. Gapless takes 3 hours to build. Waterfall needs less resources per layer, but more per hour. Meaning that we're going to have to make bigger farms to accommodate for that. Meaning that our time in the first 25 days might be more stretched. And if we start later, it could be a problem. And I think that's an important factor. It would be stupid to mix both designs, I think. Because, like, how would the waterfalls work if half of our design was like this? We need to build them on top of each other for chunk loading reasons. That's why that they're built like this. We can't have half and half. It doesn't make sense. Okay, there's more arguments. So, again, we're only 4 pages in. Page 5. One last major difference between these farms is the different resource gathering farms needed to build them. While the gapless method uses jack-o'-lanterns to mob-proof and light the farm, and waterlogged slabs created with ice to hydrate it, the waterfall method removes these entirely. It instead uses strategically placed water sources at the build height to hydrate the entire farm, and a daylight-controlled mob switch to prevent mob spawns. This allows waterfall method to prevent mob spawns at night, but still utilize a simple creeper farm during the day for farming gunpowder, and lets us avoid spending time farming pumpkins and finding ice biomes in the run. This is a flaw of the gapless farm. Again, this is the argument for gapless, noticing its own flaws, okay? We need to spend some time gathering 2 more key resources compared to the waterfall method. However, after some recent discoveries, this has become a much lighter time loss. Okay. It's bait and switching you. It's saying, oh, gapless bad, but it could be good. Farming jack-o'-lanterns is simple. We either build a small manual pumpkin farm or replace some of the stems in the melon farm itself with pumpkin stems to farm them passively at a small cost of melons. Of course, pumpkins and melons are farmed in the same way. So we could replace 1 layer of melon stems with pumpkin stems and grow our pumpkins required for the farm within our melon farm. It will take a tiny hit to rates, but given the fact that we would be having, you know, we're talking this would have, we have 30 layers of this by the end. We could replace like maybe 1 strip of 1 layer, and that would probably be enough for that. We can use logs from the wood farm for charcoal and sticks, and the pumpkin carver for easy carving. The ice collection has changed quite a bit. In the last 100 million attempt, it took a nearly 20,000 block trip to find ice generating naturally. And yes, it did. was one of the most important parts of the run, finding the ice. And it took
100.
a long, long time to find. Hold on.
There we go. This is gonna be my last check, and then I'm gonna.
I see it. It went on the other side.
As soon as we have it, then we just.
Ice! 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 Minus 18,000? 8,000. It was a hard one. That was a tough one, okay? But this has changed quite a bit. Last time it took a near 20,000 block trip to find ice generating naturally. I looked into the potential of making an ice farm and came across Potato Noir's Spud Ice design.
Let me guess, you need a lot of ice, but you keep running into dumb farms where you either have to harvest everything manually or short. So how does all this work exactly? While traditional ice harvesting methods rely on slow water streams pushing a player around a large ice field that has a slow ice regeneration rate, we're more than doubling simple player-moved ice collection rates from Gnimon's classic ice farm video by changing 3 very specific factors.
I won't watch the whole of this, however, I trust them. It's incredibly small, quick to build, and easy to adapt into a more manual farm design that is perfectly feasible to build in the run. In my testing, I found 30 of 54 overworld biomes allow water to freeze into ice at varying Y levels. This lets us place an ice farm much closer to our area of operations, saving a lot on travel time. That's big. That is big. With all of these able to generate ice, including things like river and warm ocean. Like, there will be that close to our farm. It's very, very helpful. Why does Copan not have VIP, by the way? I think I've been friends with him long enough that he deserves the VIP badge now. There you go, Copan. You've got a little pink diamond next to your name now. That's my goat. Additionally, in 121.5, random ticks are now calculated in loading chunks rather than a radius around a player. This allows us to place a chunk loader at the ice farm and continue generating ice even without a player nearby. The figure below shows the ice farm fitting into a 3x3 chunk area. Each strip takes around 5 minutes to build, with minimal resources needed. After doing some manual tests, these are some rates I was able to get from farming a different amount of ice strips at once, same size as in the image above. So these are strips, I assume? Or is this one strip? Keeping in mind the gapless farm will require 400 to 800 ice per hour and 9,000 ice total, so it may be preferred to build only a few strips of ice in the farm. Oh, wow, okay. We need 9,000 ice total, and if we do 5 strips, we generate 9,000 ice an hour. And an hour is 3 days of our 100-day limit. So this is basically them arguing that ice is now free. That is definitely 7 strips, you think? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or do you think this might be 1 strip? So they've basically said, one of our problems is we need to get ice and pumpkins. Pumpkins aren't a problem, ice aren't a problem. So that's a good argument. It's a good argument, I think. Each strip is 5 by 48. Okay, so that's 48 wide and that's 5. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is 7 strips. Takes 5 minutes to build. So if we make 4 strips, it's going to be very easy. That's 7,000 an hour. Like, yeah. Like, I think this is fine. Yeah, okay, so that's 7 strips. That's really easy to build. Okay. The use of a daylight control mob switch in the waterfall design will most likely work fine. But if anything causes it to fail, the entire melon farm will be vulnerable to hostile mob spawns, which can severely damage the farm. Agreed. However, I don't think that is actually... I don't actually think that's an argument for the gapless designs. I actually think that's an argument for waterfall design because as we're building new layers, we're not going to be placing the jack-o'-lanterns first. That's the problem. Like, mobs can spawn on the top freshly new built layer, likely, right? Right? Like when we were building last time, watch how we built. So look at the top layer, for example. Like yes, there was jack-o'-lanterns on this one, but not on these ones. So at nighttime, mobs could spawn here and wander down. But I guess if it's gapless, they wouldn't wander down. But if it's creepers and stuff, they can still blow up. So I actually think this is actually an argument against the gapless farm. Slightly. Using jack-o'-lanterns provides permanent mob protection, sparing Enderman. That's true. If the mobs in the mob switch were to despawn due to a loading error, the melon farm will be vulnerable until the mob switch is restored. Okay, that's the thing, though. Because if Waterfall fucks up, it fucks up the entire farm, and it's going to be a massive problem. Whereas if Gapless fucks up, it's actually likely to fuck up, but it'll only probably fuck up the top layer that's currently being built. It's a good argument. It is a good argument. It is a good argument. One second. I just want to send these files to HPG real quick. Do you know that there's fun times ahead when the gaming starts with a research paper? On God. On God. Yo, gang, we can stop making jokes about the Epstein files now. We can move on from those. You know what I mean? I understand that, like, a lot of creators do make jokes about it, myself included in the past, but, like, we've, you know, I spoke to a few people about it. Probably not the best thing to make jokes about. Okay? I'm not berating anyone. I'm not getting mad at anyone. But let's, like, you know, we can do a bit better than that, yeah? We're good. No worries. It's all right. I'm not, like, blaming or judging or anything, but let's move. Oh God, we are not doing the we are definitely not doing the challenge today. We're just prepping and analyzing right now. The biggest advantage that the waterfall method provides is the lower time commitment. Okay, so these are criticisms of Gapless. So at the end of the paper, they're actually criticizing themselves. I like that. When is attempt 2? No guarantees, but we're hypothetically... Look... Bro, all of my lights are going. I don't know what's going on. The lights at the back of my room just aren't on anymore. What the fuck? Bro, Hacks has actually destroyed my lights, man. I don't like this. I actually way prefer this lighting, though. Am I crazy? Like, the lighting looks so much better like this, doesn't it? I actually think the lighting looks so much better like this. With those off. I actually think it looks way better. I don't know. I actually think it's so much better. Anyway, nonetheless, let's look at the criticisms for Gapless, okay? The biggest advantage that the waterfall method provides is the lower time commitment needed for each player. With the faster building time, it's able to finish 30 layers much earlier than the Gapless method. That's very interesting, right? It can be argued that this would make the 100 million challenge much more palatable for players to commit to. However, in attempt 1, we clearly had players willing to commit, not even just across the full 33 hours, but upwards of 40 hours due to server lag. There are absolutely people willing to play for long hours, especially if it means we have a higher chance of hitting 100 million by using a farm with a higher melon rate. With a solid team, players can easily swap with each other and commit to shorter sessions. Additionally, the run is not over after we hit 30 layers. We still need players to monitor the melon farm for any breakages and actively expand its storage until day 100. So for either design, players will need to be on for the entirety of the 100 days. The waterfall design can also be built at a lower layer count, say 25 rather than 30, to lower the resource demand, but this will just lower the estimation and provide us even less wiggle room for error in the run. Conclusion. The gapless design is stronger for multiple reasons. It provides a significantly higher estimated melon count over the waterfall method, which grants us a much larger cushion for error in the run. It's significantly less demanding in resources, giving us more breathing room in the first 25 days by requiring less time to be dedicated to building resource gathering farms. Any additional farms it requires over the waterfall design are simple and fast to build without the need of a mob switch. The farm is permanently immune to hostile mobs, apart from Endermen. While it does require a longer time investment, this is a 100-day challenge that players have been willing to commit to in the past. The waterfall design is a higher risk, lower reward solution. Gapless is more balanced, making it the safest choice for hitting 100 million melons in 100 days. That, my friends, is the argument for gapless. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Do we like the ideas? Are we messing with the vibes? I think it's a pretty good analysis. I think it's pretty important. It's noticed the flaws in the farm. It's addressed the flaws and shown why it's better. But let's take a look at the second paper, shall we? In favor of the waterfall melon farm, both the waterfall and the gapless melon farm designs are capable of hitting 100 million melons. While gapless is more resource efficient, the waterfall farm is more time and risk efficient, and it is the best option for reaching 100 million melons. The girls are fighting! The girls are fighting! The girls are fighting! Oh my god, the girls are fighting. Layer build speed, training time. Fastest build speed, 127 minutes versus 182 minutes. Players can only build at the theoretical build speed by learning the run. I like this analysis. I like this analysis because we're assuming this is the max speed, but that's the max speed of someone that knows the farm. So we're requiring, again, in this, a lot of the things it was talking about was, oh, it's great if you've got 8 players, if you've got 7 players, if you've got 6 players. But that requires all 6, 7, 8 of those players to know how to build the farm perfectly to reach the single build layer time. Waterfall has practical advantages due to its faster build time. Players who are learning the build can practice a run in under 2 hours compared to gapless's over 3 hours run. Each individual player who decides to dedicate time to the challenge will save time learning Waterfall over gapless. Additionally, Waterfall removes all Jack-O-Lantern and ice placing splits, which are hotkey dependent, requiring a bind setup and muscle memory. Waterfall completely removes the mechanical challenge in the run and in training, reducing the complexity of the run and risk of human error. I like that point. I like that point a lot. But it depends on the clientele. It depends on the players that I can gather. Now, last time, I gathered content creators, right? In the 100 people that we had playing, we're talking about Retcrap, Jaren, Bursty, Ogar, Your Forces, Branzies, Jumper, Pentar, Pangy, Zam, Caboodle, Squiddo, Kyle, a bunch more players. But I didn't bring in technical Minecrafters. I didn't bring in high-skilled, high-efficiency, high-intensity Minecraft players. I brought in content creators. Now, if I this time decide to bring in grinders, I ask the V-Strids of the world, the Beef Salads of the world, the Rowls of the world, the Hacking Noises of the world, to dedicate themselves over 30 hours I think that it could be a different kettle of fish. I think that we build faster than the theoretical times. I think that we have players that could grind and be mechanically better than the theoretical optimum. If we think it can be done in 3 hours, I think they could build it in 2. I think it's theoretically possible to be faster than the theoretical optimal. I don't think these guys know what optimal means. Because they've not met who we know. They've not met what we are. Remember, this is coming from the technical Minecraft scene. This is not coming from the speedrun Minecraft scene. And the speedrun Minecraft scene will dedicate themselves to this sort of a challenge. This is the challenge for them. But it truly depends on whether I can convince them that this is a good use of 2 of their days. Can I go to the Infumes? Can I go to the 7 Rowls? Can I go to the Fruit Berries? Can I go to the Meebies, the Emias, the Talking Mimes of the world and say, yo, this is worth your 33 hours plus training. This is worth you dedicating your time to and your mechanics and time that you could have spent improving things for ranked to mine some fucking melons. Why? Why is it beneficial for them? That's the thing. However, if I can make that a reality, I think personally, this point is null and void. Hotkey dependent, requiring a bind setup and muscle memory. Remember who we might be talking about in this situation. This is the skill of our players. When we're talking about muscle memory, hotkey dependency, I don't think Loki would want to play, but like, if he does, then I'm not going to say no. I feel like if this guy's sitting here building melon farms, we're going to break the theoretical optimum. I don't think fastest build speed is going to be an accurate depiction of what that fastest build speed truly could be. I don't think they know what we've got the capabilities of doing. If we have a speedrunning based roster. Last time, we had a content creator roster. We had a lifesteal based roster. If we get a Minecraft speedrunner based roster, I don't think there's a debate as to the fact that we would encourage the training, the bind setup, the muscle memory. Do you know what I mean? However, Waterfall, it completely removes the mechanical challenge in the run and in training, reducing the complexity and risk of human error. Each segment of the build takes less time to learn and less time to master. Now, it's a good consideration for Waterfall. It is a good consideration. Time efficiency versus resource efficiency. Waterfall maximizes melons per build minute, while Gapless maximizes melons per block placed. Wow, we're going deep into the weeds now. $72,000 melons per day per 127 build minutes. Meaning we have 571 melons per day per build minute. Which is fucking way too dank now. I'm going, this is hella dank at this point in time. Gapless instead only has 515 melons per day per build minute, but has higher blocks per melon per day. Oh, lower blocks per melon per day even. While Gapless is marginally more resource efficient, Waterfall converts player time into melon production 10% more efficiently. Build speed also impacts the total time it would take to build 30 layers. Keeping in mind, okay, so this is a 30 layer total build time, earliest finish. Keeping in mind that the players could be potentially building for upwards of 18 to 20 hours, mistakes are bound to be made. Not only is it easier to build Waterfall, players can build for a shorter length of time, reducing fatigue and pressure over a longer period of time. Oh, it truly depends all about roster, doesn't it? It really depends on roster. I think it truly depends on roster. Resource consumption speed limit. Build speed is limited by resource production. A layer can only start producing melons once every resource for that layer is produced. Right, I see. So it's saying that the limit to build... Right, okay, so it's saying that because of the bottleneck, Gapless can only start producing melons once every resource for that layer is made. So, because it takes longer for all of the resources to come to conclusion for Gapless, the layer starts producing melons later. Okay. The left chart shows the fastest rate a layer can be built with a single iron farm. The right chart adds an additional iron farm, making the moss the new bottleneck for both farms. And because of moss being the bottleneck, it means that Waterfall still takes priority. Technically, it would be ice, hypothetically, but I mean, we already spoke about how the ice can basically be all done in one night. You know what I mean? We just build a bigger ice farm. So that's kind of irrelevant, and they haven't highlighted that, which is good. Oh, dude, this is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Like, I don't know what the optimum is. This is really important. The two writers of these are Squilly and Willahide. I don't know who wrote the favor of each farm. Each individual technical Minecrafter has their own preference, but they redacted all of their names and they sent it to each other before sending it to me. They both reviewed, they peer reviewed each other's paper, fact checking, making sure that everything is correct, but they have their own preferences. And each of them wrote one of these papers, and I am the deciding vote. Squilly, like from the respawn glitch? Squilly from, yes. BJ Art, yes, we have done, like, about 2 years ago, we did a 10-person, 100 million melon attempt. Everyone else has basically only ever done up to 10 million per, like, for one player. But we wanted to see if we could push the boundaries and get 100 million done. Redcrap reached 14 million, I want to say, 15 million, something like that. We're going for 100 million. But we will have 10 players. At the maximum resource consumption rate, 100 million melons isn't guaranteed by both farms. Completing layers faster than the farm production rate isn't necessary to hit 100 million melons. Once all material farms are built, the players only need to build as fast as the resources are produced. Waterfall's faster build speed and therefore higher resource consumption rate makes it more efficient at turning resources into new layers. Build speed difficulty time slack. Oh my god! See, the other paper didn't consider the people. This paper is considering the human error, the time slack, the problems that could arise during the run, and that really could make a lot of difference. Because we don't always have 10 theoretical people. We have 10 real people. Where time efficiency and resource consumption limits meet. The chart above shows the various resource bottlenecks and their difficulty. The maximum number of players we can have building at once is 8. The maximum build efficiency refers to how efficient the 8 players have to work to build at max resource consumption. 100% efficiency would be all 8 players building the fastest possible speed. 25% would be 2 players building the fastest possible speed, or 8 players each building at 25% of their fastest speed. Okay, so assuming we have 2 iron farms and 2 moss farms, the maximum build speed has a 14% slack. Oh my god, so it's talking about how efficient you have to be due to the fact that moss farms are the problem for gapless. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is 10% easier to build at the slowest possible pace for 100 million melons. Across the board, despite the resource bottlenecks, Waterfall forgives players' mistakes that would result in a slower build speed. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, this is actually really difficult. How the hell am I meant to decide? Oh my gosh, dude. Daylight sensor mob switch design. During night, the daylight sensor activates a powered rail, sending the minecart across dimensions to the stronghold to load the mob switch. Using the silverfish spawner at a stronghold, a player can AFK the spawner, filling the design with silverfish in roughly 6 hours. So that removes one entire player. That removes one player for 18 days. Ooh. Ooh, that's not efficient. That doesn't fill me with confidence. Can't you just get an extra player? No. We want to limit this at 10 players. Because it wouldn't be fun if we just had like 1,000 players on. The amount of silverfish needed scales not with players, but with chunks loaded. Infestation potions on an iron golem can be used to speed up the rate. Okay. After a max of 6 hours, the player can enter the end portal or the chunk loader, and it will lazy load the silverfish during the night. We might be able to overlap this player with some other farm, for example, an automatic wood farm. Ooh. Trade-off to building the mob switch is that Waterfall does not need any ice or jack-o'-lanterns at any point in the run, meaning no ice farm and no pumpkin carving. But the ice farm takes 5 minutes to build per strip. That's 35 minutes to build 7 strips. This takes 6 hours to fill the... This is a farm. Yeah, chat, we're going to have more than 10 players total, but there can only be 10 players on the server at a time. So we'll be subbing people out to sleep and stuff, no worries. Like, we're not going to be expecting people to play 33 hours straight. I'm just saying that at any one time on the server, maximum of 10 players. So last time we had a roster of about 25 people, and we were subbing people out as soon as people got tired or whatever. We had like a rough plan for that. So the mob switch is because Waterfall is not lit up with jack-o'-lanterns. It uses natural light from the sun to light the layers. Whereas for the other design, gapless, there's no gaps in the layers, so we need jack-o'-lanterns to light it. So we need a mob switch for this, because obviously at nighttime, this will get dark and mobs could spawn. Points of failure. A player loads the mob switch in the overworld, despawning the silverfish. The mob switch is built over 10,000 blocks out in a far stronghold. The players will be informed not to travel in that direction during the run. In the worst case scenario that silverfish would somehow despawn, players need to fly away from the farm to prevent mobs from spawning and group up in overlapping chunks, reducing the size of the mob cap as a player refills the mob switch. That's bad. It'll be a new version. It'll be 121 point something. It'll be new enough. It won't be 116. Bang a Twitch pull. I love watching the videos on these. Tough. Yeah, it'll be 121 plus. Something like that. Server restart unloads chunk loader. In 129, chunks are fully loaded before the player joins or the server starts in the same way spawn chunks formerly were. It's impossible for the server to unload a chunk loader in the latest version. That's good to know. Minecart stops on the track. The design will be tested and adjusted for 100 hours to ensure the minecart can never stop on the track. In the event the minecart stops on the track, a player will travel to the mob switch to fix the minecart. Oh, Jesus. The design will halve the rates of our gunpowder farm due to creepers not being able to spawn while the mob switch is on. The hope is that the water streams on the side of the melon farm will reduce firework rocket consumption as players that fall off the farm can swim back up quickly. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's quite bad. Breaking the bottleneck. Okay. Maybe it'll be spoken about. Only 2 resources bottleneck the waterfall build speed. Iron and moss. Players should theoretically always have a task, as we can build sections of layers we have resources for without finishing them. For example, if we're out of iron for hoppers or minecarts, we can build the fields for the next layers. If we run out of moss, we can build more wiring or help out with dirt collection. The other option is if we run out of moss, is to build an additional moss farm. The time it takes to build a moss farm could present challenges. However, if we're building at our moss farm's capacity, it wouldn't be a bad idea to send a player that has no task to build another moss farm. The only benefit of increasing resource production, such as the moss or iron farm, is to build more farms earlier or to decrease the duration of the challenge. Attempt 1. Attempt 1 mistakes and gapless is higher yield. Okay. No, this is good. If it's noticing what we did wrong from last time, I like it a lot. In the first attempt at 100 million melons, the run didn't fail because the farm wasn't fast enough. It failed, only reaching 12.4 million due to human error. That is true. That is true. The farm design wasn't the bottleneck, it was the people. It was the people we had and the problems that arose during the run. It was not because the farm was wrong. It was because everything else went wrong. Right? We had not... The server wasn't full sometimes. People were building wrong. There was creeper explosions on the stuff. You know what I mean? Delayed build time and slow build speed prevented the projected build from reaching day 100. Over 15 players were able to commit over 10 hours to the project. Due to lack of training and a difficult design, the players were unable to build at project speeds. That is true, right? No one trained as much as I did. I was the only person to practice building the module, things like that, okay? The chart above shows the projection of only 3.7 players building at max speed for both designs. So it's saying that only 3.7 players need to be building at max speed. Or we have like 7 players building at half optimal, which is so doable, basically. Like 7 players building just over half optimal, meaning that each layer build speed takes 182 minutes. But that means that assuming that we have 3.7 players doing it, it means that it takes like roughly 60 minutes or whatever, you know, like 50 minutes. This divided by this, right? But assuming we have 7 players, it still would require 50 minutes, which is very doable. Gapless projects a higher yield when players build perfectly at maximum speed. However, Waterfall projects a higher yield when players build at the minimum speed. That's true. That is what this was saying earlier. That's what was saying on the gapless design with the quote-unquote lower players. That is technically the same as having 6 players build at half efficiency. Right? Or, you know, 8 players build at half efficiency is the same as 4 players building at max speed. So that's important. Conclusion. Gapless has a higher ceiling of potential melon count by getting more value out of our 30-layer build space. Although the melon output only translates in the event, players can finish the entire build without human error. Waterfall offers a faster learning, lower mechanical difficulty, higher tolerance for human error, and reduction in overall build time. For length and difficulty of the challenge, Waterfall eases the workload and reduces human fatigue before and during gameplay, making it the best option for hitting 100 million melons. Oh my god. We've read the 2 documents. What do we do now? Okay, less reading now, so I'm going to put on more normal music. Flashbang, sorry. So let's see. Right. So what's the problem first? Right? So rates. Gapless wins. Like, hands down, Gapless wins on rates. Resources, Waterfall gaps, but only slightly. I think that's fair. Player fatigue. and build difficulty. Implosion potential. I don't really know how else to put that. Simply because Waterfall could entirely implode. If the mob switch goes wrong, Waterfall breaks and we lose. Gapless doesn't have that implosion potential. I guess I should say risk. Yeah, implosion risk is good. There we go. I'll be honest with you. I don't think, if I'm telling the truth, I don't think that this design is going to take substantially longer to build? Am I insane to say that? I don't really understand how it's taking us an extra hour to build this. Graal, if you want to send over the Desmos link, that'd be fire. Got you. P is players allocated to building. D is days remaining when building starts. DG is time to build gapless in days. Right, okay, yeah. Rate of gapless in per layer per day in millions. Yep. So they're oh wow. W is total estimated balance for waterfall. How do I make it work on the graph? Am I stupid? It just spits out the number? Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Got you. 101 million. Yeah, in millions. Okay, wow. Shit, man. I'll have to 1.1 in DG. Oh, yeah, I see them. So that's if we're 10% faster on building, is that what you're saying? Or 10% slower? Yeah, 10% slower on building. Okay. But we both still hit it. Like, that's what matters, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really helpful. Thank you. I think I'm picking between two... I'm picking between steak and lobster here. It's like, both of these are amazing, delectable, beautiful, like, delicious. And I think both will and can work. What worries me is the risk of implosion most. I think that Waterfall could... I think that this is just entirely irrelevant, actually. No, we're doing the whole 100 days. We will do the count after 100 days. Yeah, these guys spent like 4 months making these farms. Would you like to see the message that I got sent? Here, let me show you guys the message I got sent. No, the attempt is not happening today. Hello, Fulham. Willahide and I have been working on redesigning the melon farm for the 100 million melons challenge. We've come up with 2 designs that have their own strengths and weaknesses, but have been unable to agree on which is best. To remedy this, we would like to have you be the tiebreaker. Considering how you organized this challenge in the first place, and have a lot of speedrunning and game knowledge, and experience with projects similar to this, brackets Blazing Caves, we figured it would only be right to let you contribute to the decision, especially considering its importance. To present our designs, we've both created a pitch that advocates for our preferred design, explaining why it's more likely to hit 100 million than the other. The catch is, we have both made our pitches completely anonymous in order to remove all potential bias. All you can see are the arguments made within either pitch and make the decision based on the data given. We have both fact-checked and reviewed each other's pitches, so you can trust that neither of them are lying about the numbers or doing anything to give an unfair advantage. Before reading the pitches, please view the Melon Farm overview, which puts both designs on visual display with their rates, build time, and general summary of what the design contains. Next, please read both pitches carefully and let us know which you think is more likely for us to hit 100 million. There's no rush on this. Take as long as you need. This was in February, a couple of weeks ago. I had mid-offs after this, so was very stressed, very busy, but now I can finally dedicate some time to it. And it is scary. Personally, I think that it's kind of a I think it's a non-debate, really. If I was to be entirely truthful, I do not think that this would take me an hour more than this. I'll be so honest. I can't see it taking an hour more than this. Yes, you are placing, you're placing 3,000 more dirt, 3,000 more melon seeds. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it being the same. And obviously the ice jack-o'-lanterns, right? Ice jack-o'-lanterns, 3,000 more dirt, 3,000 more melon seeds. But I don't see it being an hour difference. I think it would be silly of them not to have made Willahide build both. I would presume Willahide built both. Because Willahide is much more technically gifted than Squilly at Minecraft. Mechanically. Sorry, I shouldn't say technically. Mechanically better than Squilly at Minecraft. And I don't think Squilly's going to hate me for saying that. Willahide is a better mechanical player. So my presumption is that Willahide has built both and submitted his time for both. I can't test run the build times for each because I don't know how to build them. Right? I don't know. I can't take a screenshot of this and assume, oh yeah, I can build that. You know what I mean? That's a silly thing for me to assume. I don't have a schematic design as of right now. So but I don't think that the complexity is massively, massively different. I do have a few questions on this. I have a few questions, right? Some of my main questions are, firstly, who built the farms? Are the theoretical optimums by the same player And if so, who? If so, whose mechanics were testing the build time? What do you do after all the farms are built? We probably have to still expand storage. Bear in mind, last time we only got to like 11 layers of the 30 possible. Like, that's how difficult it was. I don't think that... Why is exclamation mark what that? So that's question one, right? Who built the farms? Secondly, in the gapless design, is there a reason that we are using half slabs over leaves? Personally, it perplexes me as to why we would use half slabs here and not leaves. Waterlogging leaves, in my opinion, is substantially easier than... Is it just because we have a cobblestone farm? Can you farm leaves? I mean, we just fly out to a forest, man. It's like, I don't actually know how many slabs we need with this, but it would be the same as the number of ice, right? So we need 300 slabs or 300 leaves per layer. So we need like, what? 300 times 30. So what, 9,000? 9,000 is like 15 stacks. Oh no, 150 stacks. That's quite a lot. But 30 times... Right? Is it 9? It's 9,000. No, I am right. It is like... It's 140 stacks. Which would be what? We have an iron farm as well. And I believe that one of the things that we wanted to say was like we wanted to build 2 iron farms. No, we wouldn't care about infinite sources because we're using ice. So because we're using ice, it's easier to carry a lot of ice versus a bucket. So what we'd be doing is ice, break, pick up water, place the water. Right? That's what we did for last time, and I assume we'd be doing the same thing. I wanted to ask about this as well. That's 40 shears or 80 iron. That is very easy. Breaking 40 shears is like nothing. In the exactly, they may have a reason. That's why I'm asking. In the waterfall design, is there a way to generate the silverfish faster? 18 player days is a lot of time investment to generate the mob switch. especially as this would contribute to the initial 25 days of prep. I think that possibly using allays / snow golems, similar to Big Booty's slime farm. That's what I was thinking, right? Because I know that they, on the Big Booty slime farm, Big Booty, what is it? Big Booty 64? No. Big Booty slime farm. Big Booty 17, apologies.
Hi, I'm Big Booty 17, and welcome back for another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm finally tackling something I hinted at in the 1.21 snapshots, which is an oozing slime farm. I'm going to kick this off by saying it's very easy to make a farm that seems impressive with this balanced potion, and you will see tons of farms pop up using this mechanic. Unlike many designs you'll find, ours has lots of good survival considerations, like extremely high potion efficiency despite being very easy to build. It also has some server-friendly aspects, such as independence from the global mob cap and the ability to build this just about anywhere.
If we could do this, that would make it a lot easier. Independence from global mob cap? Yes, but that's because we're using slimes. I'm saying, could we build something like that with infested potions so they make silverfish rather than slimes? Is what I'm thinking, right? I don't know if that still is impacted, but in the 100 million, wasn't it 10 million? No, it's always been 100 million on the Lewis Fulham channel. We always do group projects. We've got the big group project for the 100 million. It's always 10 million for a single player, but we have a 10 player group is the plan. Infestation works on damage and slime on death. Okay, but that's fine because I mean I assume
There's independence from the global mob cap and
right,
the
like
21
looking at this
snapshots,
design
which
farm,
is
like it's taking
an
damage
oozing
here,
slime farm.
and
I'm
it
going to
takes
kick
damage
this
in
off.
the water, and it will. Infestation probably gives us more. This looks tough. Yeah, infested potions and allays. I was considering allays. I think I've written that in as well. Maybe I could put armadillos. I think these are my main 3 questions. And it truly depends. I'll also write in the message, irrelevant of the answer to these questions. I think that I am that the true decision comes down to the roster in which I gather. If the roster is significantly weighted towards speedrunners, I simply think that the optimal, that the theoretical optimal build time would be trivial for us to achieve. And possibly even surpass. In this in this situation, I think that Gapless would far surpass the benefits. Would far outweigh the benefits to Gapless would far outweigh the risk aversion of Waterfall. However, if the roster is less mechanically advanced, is what I'll say, less mechanically advanced and filled with more content oriented players, I would likely consider pivoting towards Waterfall. Can you explain in ranked terms? I'm confused. I feel like it's somewhat self-explanatory. We're doing 100 million melons again. Should I do I need to do like another clip thing so I can do an exclamation mark what? Do I need to do another clip thing? Do I need to do another clip thing? Right, okay, someone get ready to clip this bullshit. So, 2 years ago, we tried to... I already fucked it. Take two. 2 years ago, we tried to generate 100 million melons in 100 Minecraft days with 10 players on a Minecraft server. We failed quite miserably. However, over those last 2 years, we have been developing strategies and tactics to improve our efficiency. And we today have a decision to make between two different farm designs. One of them is called Gapless, which brags higher rates but a slower build time. And one of them is called Waterfall, which takes less time to build but does have lower rates. We've already read through the documents arguing between both of them. And once we make our decision, we'll be bringing 10 players onto a server for 100 Minecraft days consecutively, subbing in players in and out as and when they need to sleep or take breaks. Don't worry, we're not expecting everyone to play for 33 hours straight. To try and reach 100 million melons in 100 Minecraft days. Done. There you go. That's the explanation, okay? And cut. That's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap. So after reading through 3 very well-made documents, like so, 3 very, very well-made documents, we had this. Rates are better with Gapless. Resources are slightly better with Waterfall. Build difficulty is slightly better with Waterfall, but implosion risk is higher with Waterfall. If Waterfall goes wrong, it goes turbo wrong. If Gapless goes wrong, it goes mini wrong. But we have some questions. Who built the farms? Are the theoretical optimums by the same player? And if so, whose mechanics were we testing the building time? In the Gapless design, is there a reason that we are using tar slabs over leaves? Just because of the cobblestone farm, it would only require 80 extra iron and 30 layers for 9,000 additional leaves harvested. In the Waterfall design, is there a way to generate the silverfish faster? 18 player days is a lot of time to invest. There's a lot of time investment to generate the mob switch, especially as it would contribute to the initial 25 days of prep. Possibly using armadillos, allays, snow golems, similar to Big Booty's slime farm? Question mark. Irrelevant of the answer to these questions, I think that the true decision comes down to the roster in which I gather. If the roster is significantly weighted towards speedrunners, I think that the theoretical optimal build time would be trivial for us to achieve and possibly surpass. In this situation, I think that the benefits to Gapless would far outweigh the risk aversion of Waterfall. However, if the roster is less mechanically advanced and filled with more content-oriented players, I would likely consider pivoting towards Waterfall. I think that's fair. Oh, hi, Hacks. Hi, Hacks Raiders. Hi. Wow. Well, I just did a cool explanation, but let's do it again.
This is food. This is beans.
Hi, Hacking Noises Raiders. Hi. We're doing something really cool. We're doing something absolutely awesome here and never seen before, apart from maybe the 5 times that you've already seen it before. This is attempt 2 of 100 million melons in 100 Minecraft days. Okay? Bear with me. You may have seen Parker Retcrap already achieve 10 million melons in 100 Minecraft days. We are going for 100 million melons, even. 100 million melons. But we have the power of friendship. We have 10 players that are going to be logged into the server at any one time. We did this before in 2024, and we failed miserably, getting around about 15 million melons. Pretty horrible. Pretty bad. Lots of server lag, lots of problems. And we've had 2 years to try and optimize a lot of those problems. And today, I received some beautiful, beautiful, highly advanced, well-written documents describing 2 new melon farms that we can build, and I have to make the choice between the 2 of them. The first one is called Gapless, which requires higher resources, takes longer to build, but has a much faster melon per hour rate. The second farm is called Waterfall, which requires no jack-o'-lanterns, no waterlogged slabs, takes less time to build, however, has a much lower rate of production. Beyond these 3 pages, we had 2 7-page documents arguing for each farm and the benefits of each of them, both for Waterfall and for Gapless. I won't bore you with all the details, but let me make it clear that this is a very, very high intensity, important, and fucking awesome Minecraft project that we want to push to their absolute limits. Okay? Now, if you don't know, Squilly made an amazing video on Parker's quest for 10 million melons. This video right here. It's a 2-hour marathon describing absolutely everything about the time that Squilly helped design all of the farms for Parker until he eventually reached that 10 million in 100 days. And the outro of this video, as you will maybe have seen,
completion to see what been a passion project for the past, like, has it been 3 years? No, 2 years. I'm incredibly proud of it. So your viewership really means a lot. Feel free to, like and subscribe and click the bell, all that stuff. All right, yeah, end the recording. Dude, I freaking hate this challenge. I hated this thing all the way through. I didn't want to do any of it at all. That's the truth. That's real. I'm being real with you right now. I'm being genuine. I hated this thing. I never want to do this ever again.
And that's one of the main reasons why we want to come back for 100 million melons. Pretty awesome. These guys have dedicated a ton of time into designing these melon farms. And I want it to be known that this time, I want the roster As some of you know, I did upload it on my main channel. It is one of my most viewed videos of all time. It has nearly 300,000 views, right? It's my 5th best performing video ever. Last time, the roster was a bunch of creators. As you can see here. Redcrap, Jaren, Bursty, Ogre, Switch, TJ, Forsey, KantJ, Branzy, Modding Art, Jumper Who, Pentar, Zam, Caboodle, Pangy, Squiddo. It's like a lot of the lifesteal guys, right? A lot of the lifesteal guys. However, this time, it's 2026. I think I have the true contacts of more Minecraft speedrunners than I've ever had before. And I think that means I could make a roster that is filled with a higher weighting towards Minecraft speedrunners versus Minecraft content creators. That's not to say they can't create content around it. In fact, I'd actively encourage it, obviously. However, at its core, this challenge is, in essence, speedrunning adjacent. Do you know what I mean? This is still kind of speedrunning. Except rather than doing it as fast as possible, we've got a time limit and we're trying to do as much as possible. We're just doing a different axis, right? Rather than saying, let's do 100 million melons as fast as we can, let's do as many melons as we can in 100 days, time limit. So, this time, I think we want to go for Minecraft speedrunners in its majority. And one of the main points that was bad about the gapless farm, on good about the waterfall farm, is faster learning, lower mechanical difficulty, higher tolerance for human error, reduction in overall build time. If we have a roster of mostly Minecraft speedrunners, these 4 points are basically null and void in my opinion. I think that Minecraft speedrunners can absolutely, wholeheartedly spit on the mechanical difficulty of a melon farm. I think that the build time of 127 minutes and 182 minutes for each of these can be absolutely unfathomably destroyed if we have Minecraft speedrunners that gaff. The problem is, Minecraft speedrunners gaff about a lot of things. And I don't know how many of them want to dedicate 33 hours of their life, or some of that portion of time. I'm not expecting them to be awake for the entire 33 hours. But my presumption is a lot of Minecraft speedrunners care about Minecraft speedrunning. I don't know how many of them care too much about farming melons for 33 hours. And I know that back existed, but I don't know if Talking Mime Gav. I don't know, man. Hax was just having some rough time with Redstone. I heard. I was watching earlier. I fear that in reality, if we told him what to do, it's not going to be hard. If we say, yo, you're building the fucking dirt strips, I think that I don't think that this guy's going to struggle building one of these. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's watch the new Treasure Bastion route, I guess. Bro. Bro.
Is that everyone? Let's go. Dude, look how fast this route was, though. Look at how fast that was.
Uh-huh. Yup. Cool. If Hacking Noises spent 2 hours making a fucking Bastion route for treasure, he could definitely spend a few hours placing some dirt for goddamn melon farms, bro. Hacks will be doing this in mid-season showdown. Let's go. Chat, the question is, who do people want in the roster? Who would people like to see in our roster? Let me find the 100 million melons from last time. Wait. Stop saying it right now. Wait. Wait. Whoa. Oh, God, it showed my full name there. Thank God. So remember, some of you might remember the GAT chart from last year. The GAT chart. The world famous GAT chart. With the task, you know, this was what we did, right? This is how we organized our players and our runners. With the task owner being like who's managing each thing, you know, it's assuming how many days it's going to take for us to do our stuff. We you know, different people for different things, etc., etc. And eventually we got to the point of building layers from ideally day 23. Sadly, we started this process, I believe, at day 35, meaning we were never going to make it, unfortunately. And if you would like to watch this video, I would highly recommend it. It's a really good, like, personally, I edited this entire video, one of the few videos that I edited that I was proud of. So I would love you guys to watch this. We put a lot of effort in. However, equally, let us talk about who you guys want to see in the next one. 100 million melons part 2 roster. You want Parker back? Lots of people want Parker back. Kyle was in the last one too. HBG back people would definitely be Tass. Squill. Oh, of course. We will be having Squilly and Willowhide, without a shadow of a doubt. Fruit berries. Okay, I can ask. Fyro wants in, right? You guys want Feinberg? I don't think he's gonna want to, but yep, I can ask. I will definitely ask the Moore trio if they would be interested. And of course, Emerald is getting an invite if you'd like. TJ Things is getting involved. Molly, you want to be in? Molly, if you're interested, we'd love to have you. Go. Andrew, I've seen a lot of requests for Andrew. I'd fuck with Andrew being there. Danny, if Danny would be interested, he'd be welcome. But last time Loki, I think we had Danny and Rain, and they Loki trolled a bit. Well, no, that was on the back, wasn't it? My fault. Fyro, do you want in or no? Oh, mime if available. What about a small ant angle? Yeah, I do. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Yes. Rattles and Silver. Yup, they are invited. Nerdy. Yeah, Nerdy would be welcome. Ludwig lol. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Automat. Jumper Johnny. We had Jumper in last time. I don't think Johnny would gaff. All of HBG and Lifesteal. We had most of Lifesteal last time, and I'm not going to lie. Look, we had fucking Jumper, Pentar, Zam, Caboodle, Pangy, Squiddo. Loki, we trolled the bag last time, so I'm not sure. Infumi, if Infumi cares, then yeah, 100%. Presidential Pound Cake. Adding the underscore just for insult. Cube would lock in. Cube is a grinder. I'd love Cube to be in. Pebble? You don't speed, bro. We're talking about speedrunners, bro. Altoid? Altoid would be great for time zones, to be fair. Altoid would be great for time zones. Probably not Fulham, right? Oh, wait, yeah. I forgot to put myself. He speedran last night. Bro, I pulled him up in the pub. I saw he was in the stronghold at 34 minutes. Like, what was going on? Hello? SB is a grinder? I'd invite SB if he gaff. Andronicus? Would Andronicus? Andronicus has no life. Yeah, he'd dedicate this. He'd dedicate time. That'd be heat. Andro, is Andro even here? Curry? No, Curry's busy with 100 million fucking no reset runs, bro. Derap for time zones? We had Derap last time, I think, right? Where's our time thing? Ah, time slots. Here we go. I had the time slot sheet right here. These were all of the players that we had. Retcrap, Ash, Bursty, Jumper, Redunes, Blank, Forcevit, Willowhide, Fulham, Caboodle, Jaron, Ulrich, Kalen, Squilly, Brock, Derapchu, Switch, SMK, Ogar, Kyle, Natcrackers, Obby, Evan, Maisie, Leo, Nemerald, Nerdy, Pentar, Mime, Wally, Branzy, Clown Pierce, Epic FH, Carter, Looney, Minute, Zed, Mime, Kaizo, Zam, No Name, TJ, Modding Art, Soul. We had like 50 players last time. Okay? We had like 50 players last time. But we need optimal Minecrafters this time, okay? We need optimal Minecrafters. TJ's a good shout. TJ's already in here. Don't you worry about that. Evbo for narration. I can invite Evbo. Doog is so optimal. Right. There's a big problem that we've got here, right, guys? Like, I know that you guys would love to have a lot of these people on. Problem, I think they don't care. Right? A lot of people I just don't think care. Oxidiot would probably care. I think Oxy could care. I think Oxy could genuinely care. I'd fuck with Carter as well. Carter's a good Minecrafter. Oh, I already asked Beef Salad. Beef Salad's interested. Vstrid will care, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking AA runners, but Doi Pingu's so busy with like school and stuff. Maybe Nina? Maybe Nina would care? Catherine? As in Queen Cac? Yeah, I think Catherine would care. That's cool. Good point. It is maximum 10 people at a time. Koosh could care. Jillian and Sonia would both grind? Fucking hell yeah. Bro, Sonya's not allowed. Sonya's not allowed in, bro. She needs to be, she's to lock in the editing suite. She's actually locked in the Fulham basement, bro. Sonya's not allowed to play. No, we're deleting Sonya off the list. On God, we're deleting Sonya off the list. She's in the editing basement right now, bro. On God. Smallnat would 100% gaff. Smallnat raided me last time that we did this. So he might gaff. I could ask Smant. Free Sonya? On God, free Sonya. Let her out. she can be let out when she's done the hacks me 100, bro. On God. Nah, I'm trolling. Did you add Mungie? I think Mungie's in here, right? Yeah, Mungie's here. Any of your students? Ooh, interesting one. Add me back, bitch. Okay. All right, fine. Fine. You get it. You get it. Yeah, fine. Fine. You didn't add yourself? I'll put myself at the top. I think like before we add content people and like your life stealers and stuff, I need to care about speedrunners because they're going to be more mechanically gifted. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of like the Pillies and Roscumbers and like people that I've trained. We need to focus more on high skill MCSR people that will dedicate a lot of time because I need these people to practice beforehand. Right? That's the thing that needs to be done. They need to understand, like, I'm fucking cutting anyone who is in the goddamn triple to map GeoGuessr group chat, bro. We are not allowing anyone in triple to map ever in this event because none of them have ever practiced in their whole goddamn life. None of them have ever practiced, bro. I'm actually molding. I've pinged them 4 times to do late night practice. No one. Snakesy, Thremies, CrowPro, Pac-Man, and Desktop Folder. Pac-Man and Desktop Folder, yes, I love that. I love those shouts. Amazing. Snakesy would fucking boss out. I don't know 3MS at all. CrowPro, yup. Pac-Man, yup. And Desktop Folder, yes. I love all of those shouts. I would put Doipingu in, but I know he's busy with school, so I'm not putting Doipingu in. Meeby's in triple to map. He doesn't care about anything that's not MCSR ranked. Doesn't care about anything that's not ranked right now. So, no. Late night practice is 5 a.m., bro. Sorry, I have a sleep schedule. 5 a.m.? I wouldn't care if you weren't practicing, but you better be locked into Premiere Pro. You're not allowed to sleep. Wake up. Wake up. Back to Premiere Pro. Sorry. Why is Sonya not VIP'd in the chat? Hold on. Let's get... Oh, no! No more VIPs left. No more VIPs left. This is actually so sad. Wait, let's un-VIP someone. No, let's un-VIP someone. We're un-VIPing someone, bro. Who deserves to not be VIP anymore? Who the fuck is this? Who the hell is 872-372-732-737-2UUUUH? I don't know who that is, but they're getting unvipped. Gotta be a deleted account. They must have deleted their account, so like it's that's a good unvip. Sonya, welcome to the VIP team. Wait, hold on. Fuck that. Surely I could add Sonya as an artist. You know, like the blue role? That could kind of be Aura. Artist is mega Aura. Artist is useless anyways. Yeah, but like... You can be artist and VIP? Okay, fuck it. We'll make Sonya both. Roles manager. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry, let me put some music on. It sounds eerily quiet. You can't have any more artists. You can't have any more VIPs. Son. I had to mod Growl because I had no VIP slots left. I actually can't. All of the artists are valid artist badges as well. That's actually fucking annoying. Like, Zeph, who made my emotes. Wubba, who made my skins. Solaris, who made my profile picture. Hold on, let's see. Okay, fine. Sonya can just stay as VIP. That's fine. Sonya's staying as VIP then. But Sonya's allowed to be back on the list. Sonya's allowed to be back on the list. All right, I have to drop a DM to all of these people. Chat, does anyone have the, you know the Minecraft event? Oh, sorry. Does anyone have the Minecraft event calendar? You know the one that has like the, I'm not adding Pebble to the list. This lighting is so much better than your usual one. Is that crazy to say? My light bulbs at the back of my room burst today. They bursted. It just went wrong. So I now have no light behind me. But it looks better, I think. With no backlight, I think it looks so much better. I actually like it a lot more. From the flickering yesterday, yeah. Like, it just looks so... Look at my teeth! Look how white they look! Rare, good British teeth. Look at them! Woo! Oh, God, they shining! Squeaky! Bro, they squeaky, bro. Making the pissing Mungie light up, kinda low-key, it adds some contrast. So, did you see what Demi sent you? Yeah, I did. I watched it before I went live. This is really funny. I'm gonna pull it up on stream. It was sent in my Discord too. Safety bed down, safety bed down, safety bed down, safety bed down.
Calm down!
Safety bed down, safety bed down, safety bed, thank you. That was tough, no? That was tough, no? That was tough. That was such a cool animation. Safety bed down, bro. Safety bed down. 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 Okay, anyone else that I need to invite from the Minecraft speedrunning scene? Lock-in coach, she's speedrunning now? What? Oh, shit. Oh, okay, maybe in a bit. Maybe in a minute. EDCR? EDCR will not reply to my message. EDCR was invited to LFI. EDCR was one of the first invites to Lewis Fulham Invitational, Guppy. You think he's gonna run 100 million melons? The biggest Minecraft speedrunning LAN ever versus mining 100 million melons. What do you think he's more likely to do? Steez would be awesome. Steez would fuck around and do this shit, bro. I've got no emotion, bro. Eric? Oh, Eric would do this. Eric would do this. Eric would definitely do... I love the Eric shout. That's a great shout. Purple maybe. I don't think Purple will be able to dedicate so much time. Mustard? Oh, Mustard, if he's got time. It's a weekend, so I'd hope so. Anyone explain what this is about? Exclamation mark, what? Watch this clip. Should explain it all. Fennec? I could. It's good for time zone reasons, at the very minimum. What do we think of the Hermitcraft technical people? The one problem is that the technical stuff's already done. Like, we have the farms that we need. It's now the mechanical part that we need them built as quick as possible. So I think it's less about having the technical players and more about the grinders now. Aquacord? If Aquacord would be down to clown, I'd be down to invite. Nahan probably don't fuck with me, bro. Marin fuck with me. Is Rock? Oh, Rox is a grinder. Great shout. If Rox, then Rubly. Very true. Very true. K4 probably won't grind as much. I think K4 has a job, bro. Jacko Wacko would grind. Would Natty grind? Nerdy's on here already. But respectfully, we were asking for mechanically good players. So I'm not sure about 9G. Really not sure about 9G, bro. Cole Mount Rushmore. Oh my god. Cole Mount Rushmore is beautiful. Oh my god. No hate? No, all hate. I've added exclamation mark what to the title as well. No, maybe you're gonna be invited to the 100 Million Melons Part 2 roster if you gaff. Today I've analyzed 2 professional documents lining up between 2 different farms. And I have to pick between the 2. The choice is easier if we have mechanically gifted players. If we have mechanically gifted players, it is not a shadow of a doubt that this is better. The gapless melon farm is way better, but it requires more mechanics, more practice, and more build time, but it's way faster. So we fuck with that if we have mechanically gifted players. This looks like Ninja Rainbot documentation. Bro, I have 17 pages worth of arguments for this. Those are naming 100 speedrunners, then we select the names that are mechanically gifted people. That's funny. You think Dylan would be down? Maybe. This is the type of shit Dylan might be down for, actually. Maybe Dylan would gaff. Weinberg on there? Somewhere, yeah. Who wrote this masterpiece? Squilly and Willahide both wrote their own... Here, I think I've got the screenshot here. So, Willahide and Squilly both worked on the designs, and they both created a pitch that advocates for their preferred design, but they made it completely anonymous and peer-reviewed and fact-checked between each other so that there's no, like, bullshittery. However, it was anonymized, which is quite cool. So it's not like I can say, oh, I prefer Willahide's design or something like that. Like, it's just the raw design. And we kind of analyzed that the rates were better for gapless, resources were better for waterfall, build difficulty was better for waterfall, and implosion risk was better for gapless. Waterfall relies heavily on a mob switch that if that goes wrong, the whole farm will fuck up. Meaning, if we can make build difficulty a non-problem, i.e. have highly mechanical players, then it is pretty self-explanatory that gapless is better. No peaceful? Yeah, no peaceful because we need iron farm. Did Fulham have RSG world record? That's it. Oh, you're from the future. Oh, I forgot about that one. Sorry. Yeah. No, I don't yet. You've time traveled back too far. I don't have it yet. 1909 is a deep cut. It's not that deep of a cut. 19 Omega Lol 9 still haunts me to this fucking day. Bro, it's not a deep cut. It cuts deep. It cuts deep, bro. Bro, it can't be worse than the 22-16. Okay. Yeah, but 19 Omega 9 was on a seed that Corbanos reran blind and got the world record on, which was hard. Do you have a date for this? No. That's why I was asking if anyone had the Minecraft event calendar, because I do have a theoretical date, but I don't want it to align with... Like, I know MSS is happening 2 weekends time or 3 weekends time. Or, like, I've tried to avoid MSS. They're Minecraft speedrunners, they don't have dates. Joy, Go on, Pebble. Go on, bro. Oh, what's Tubbo saying? Tubbo DM'd me. If I started a 1-week modded server, would you want to join? Aw. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. Rox, you're playing, by the way, right? That is very kind. No, I wouldn't. My ass does not fuck with SMPs. Sorry. Nothing against you. Love. Nothing against Tubbo, right? I just don't fuck with SMPs. Leaked? Oh, shit. Fuck. I didn't think about the fact that that might not be public. Well, I'm not in it. Well. Money opportunity lost. What money opportunity? What, all 10 people that are going to stick around from the speedrunning streams to watch SMP content? Like, bro, let's be real here. You guys saw my acting when we did the ARG yesterday from Craft Alive 2. When we figured out the ARG and all of the information, bro. Not sure about that one. You're a W actor. What, I act like a good speedrunner or what? Yeah, okay, Rox is in, bro. Okay, given the fact that, does anyone have the Minecraft event calendar? I've seen it on Twitter recently. I just don't know the link. Does anyone know where it is? Sad face. Nobody puts their events on it anymore, man. GG. Okay, theoretically... It's I'm giving it a month's time. Theoretically, I'm putting it on 28-29. I think. Does anyone immediately have anything that's announced or like that's going on the 28th, 29th of March? Like, does anything spring to mind for anyone? There's one event that I know that's not revealed that I need to check the date of. Fuck! Wait. No, fuck! Oh, it's actually the 28th. Oh my god. Oh, that's so tough. I can't do it that day. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh no, man. It is only 3 hours long, but like people will care so much more about that than my shit. Maybe I could start it on the Friday night? Oh, that actually really sucks. I had a plan and everything, and then I checked and it doesn't work. Oh my god, I need to charge my phone. I'm on 3%, bro. So, can't do this weekend because we need people to practice. Can't do next weekend because of Mid-Season Showdown. Can't do the weekend after because it's Mother's Day. And I'll be busy, sorry. Can't do the weekend after because I'm going to Sheffield and Milan that week. I thought I said Sheffield before Milan. Like, oh, I'm visiting Italy. I'm going to North Italy and going to the Alps and going to have some nice pizza and going to a spa. I'm also going to the fuck-ass middle of Northern England. Like, those are not comparable places, man. I fuck with Sheffield though. I'm gonna hang out with my friends for a night, which is really nice. I'm gonna go see all my. I'm gonna see all the goats. I'm hanging out with the hanging out with finally going up and seeing Matthew Mepsy for the first time in forever. I use a Google Pixel Google Pixel Pro 10 XL. Absolutely mental night out in Sheffield. Yeah. The nightlife's really good in Sheffield. It's one of the reasons that I go. Mepsy's girlfriend is the manager at a bar, so we get really cheap drinks. So good. So good, bro. Oh, it's so good. It's gonna be it's unpatched method, bro. Unpatched. And then the weekend after the 28th was the week I was planning on doing it. And I think the weekend after that, which is the 4th of April, I'm going to be in Spain. So it's already looking like the 11th of April. No, it's the weekend after Easter weekend. But I might not be here on the 11th because I think we might fly out on the 6th and then come back on the 11th. Oh my god, man. What can I reschedule? Can't reschedule Mother's Day. I really can't fuck up around Mother's Day. I think you cancel on your mum? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, bro. I don't think I can do that. Mother's Day is Mother's Day. It's one day a year, bro. That's a VP? That's not a WVP. I know, Mother's Day is different in other countries. I know, it's weird. Mum's gonna cancel me. On God. On God. I can't do the 21st. You can make your own Mother's Day later. Bitch, my mum wouldn't fuck with me. My mum wouldn't talk to me. Mother's Day happened last year. Bro, we had Mother's Day last year. Why are we... Hello? Why are you worried? We literally did this shit last year. Hello? I can't do the 7th and the 8th because of Mid-Season Showdown and La Ligue. I can't do the 22nd because of La Ligue. And the 21st, I'm going to Sheffield. Low-key, I might just overlap with this. Overlap Mother's Day by inviting your mother. But I assume... Oh yeah, this is how I get an emerald to join, right? I just have to play Livy Rod. Oh, wait, I might need to Emerald, can we call later privately? I thought it was my music, but I'm also listening to Livy Rod. W Livy Rod. W Livy Rod. Romantic. I have midterm in an hour, but after short. Yeah. Just drop me a message after your midterm, so I remember. Okay, how many people do we have on the list so far? Right? Fulham, Parker, Kyle, Squilly, Willahide, Fruit, Fyro, Feinberg, Hacks, Raul, Mungie, Nem, TJ, Molly, Andrew, Danny, Mime, Rad, Silver, Nerdy, Infume, Poundcake, Cube, Altoid, SB, Andro, Evbo, Dugile, Oxy, Carter, Beef, Vstrid, Catherine, Koosh, Jillian, Small Ants, Sonia, Snakesy, 3MS, Cropro, Pac-Man, Desktop, Meeby, Steez, Eric, Mustard, Fennec. Wait, I missed out the numbers.
21.
Ah.
21.
21. Fennec, Aquacord, Marin, Rokes, Rubly, Jacko, and Dylan. Oh. 21. Oh, 21, bro. 21. Oh. Loki assembling the Avengers. That's the plan. Assemble every good Minecraft speedrunner, put them all together, and then that allows us to pick Waterfall without there being a problem. I think I'm going to send the message now. Can I get some context? Exclamation mark what? Significantly weighted towards speedrunners, which I personally am which I personally am in favor of this season. Then we'll be picking Gapless. However, if it's less mechanically advanced, we'll be picking Waterfall. So we're going for Gapless, I think, chat. That's the plan. We're going for Gapless, ideally. But I'm going to send these messages. Marin, you in? You want to farm some melons with us? Gapless means no mob switch. Gapless sounds like a new Bastion route. I think that might help. Gapless and Waterfall both sounds like they could be Bastion routes. Gapless Melon Farm and Waterfall Melon Farm are kind of aura names, I think. Waterfall is tough as... Bro, I know. It is, but unfortunately, after reviewing all of the documents... I sent all the documents in HBG, by the way. So if you wanted to read through them yourself at Emerald Fire, you can. But I do think that Gapless just makes slightly more sense. Personally. These are all of the documents. I sent them all in HBG so you can read them. I'll put them in my Discord later as well, so that anyone in chat can read them. Bro, there's a lot of graphs. Beware. We actually need people to practice for this if like they want to join is the problem. Like I need them to actually gaff is the new thing. Rock's Paradise. That's what I'm thinking, bro. How is Rox not absolutely like gnawing to get in this? It's so exciting because last time, like I was saying, we had content creators. This time, I want the best of the best and me. Where'd you put it? I put it in back run. It's in back run. Because it's kind of the closest thing to a back run. And me. Look, I understand. I'm not as good skillfully as I'm mechanically as these guys. But, so I'm letting it slide one time for the one. I won't be committing to being there from start to finish, but the likelihood is I will be there from I might be streaming from start to finish. I could low-key do a little like almost like a subathon, like 33-hour type beat. It could happen. So obviously I wouldn't be streaming the entire like I could possibly stream the entire time, but not like play the entire time. Not 100% sure on that, okay? Just don't let it be known. What would the prep practice actually look like out of curiosity? I'm not too familiar with the challenge. So, mostly, the prep would be learning farms. So, like, very similar to how we did with Blazing Cave runs. A lot of people were split. I will make a new Gantt chart to, like, describe everyone's, like, plans and stuff. I made this last season, which was actually 2 years ago now. And people were basically split up into different tasks, and some people had to learn tutorials like this, like maybe learn a villager breeder or a string duper, things like that, like, your raid farm, etc., etc. And then it is just to learn to build a module. So I'll show you what a module looked like last time. Again, we are entirely changing the farm design this time. But what the module looked like last time was this. Ullman Redcrap's 100 million melon project. Here we go. Here's a tutorial on how to build it.
So if everything's done correctly, these are the 5 shulker boxes you'll need to build 1 strip of the melon farm. This is the basis for everything. So 1 shulker of dirt, 1 shulker of moss, 1 of melon seeds, and then these 2 are a little bit more tricky. So just make sure your shulker matches this. Ideally, we'll have somebody filling this up for everybody else, so you should just get this kit locked and loaded, ready to go. The first thing we're doing is placing down all of the moss and dirt, so make sure you have these 2 shulkers in a pretty easily accessible area, because we're going to be grabbing at least 4 stacks of each at a time.
This is not the exact melon strip, but like we would need people to practice this, and I want people to submit their times. Like I want to know how fast you can build 1 strip. Now understand, there will likely be 5+ people working on every layer at any one time. So it matters a lot that people can work efficiently together and possibly delegate tasks. So for example, you might have one person placing all the moss, and then next to them, you might have one person placing the dirt, right? So rather than having to switch between hotbar slots, you've just got one person on moss, one person on dirt, and then it works, right? And you can balance that up between yourselves, and then one person's doing the seeds, and one person's doing the, you know what I mean? And a good communication would help a lot with that. But knowing what the farm looks like, already very helpful. And understanding how it works, that sort of stuff, that's what the, like, practice would be. I don't want people during the 100 days to be looking up tutorials on how to build XYZ. Ideally. Like, obviously, if you need to go check something or whatever, I don't want you to build it wrong. But, like, ideally, don't be building it for the first time. And what we do is technically we're like not abiding by speedrun.com rules. We're already doing things like TNT duping, so like it's not speedrun.com official anyway. But we remap our right click to a mouse to a keyboard button. It's very efficient when placing.
Clicking like that, you can of course shift bridge. If you ever have any stray block,
once you've done the first strip of a layer,
make sure you're sprinting. We're gonna use this with speed 2 to place extremely fast. Next up, you're going to shift to the edge. This is pretty slow, right? But if your right click is a button on the keyboard instead of your right click, you actually have the potential to place a lot faster.
It's not legal in MCSR. So
faster. Look at that. Isn't that insane? So we're going to use this mechanic to basically run along the edge of the block like this, placing moss. And it's very precise, so you're definitely going to want to pull up your F3. Again, I would recommend...
Again, we just F3 to make it 45 degrees on our tilt and then go crazy. And then once we do that, usually what you have to do is place 4 blocks first so that you're like, basically so you can warm up, so you can start running and then you're maxed out at 25 CPS. And then...
at the same time to start moving perfectly sideways, right? Like that. And
this is basically drag clicking. Oh, drag clicking 25 CPS consistently for 300 blocks. Yes.
Look at that. We're running on the edge. And then once you're running on the edge perfectly, you can hold down W, which will be your place block button, and you'll start placing blocks like crazy. Now, this is the most important part of the tutorial. If you take one thing away from it, take this away. To get this rapid placement, it has to be the last keyboard press that you make. So if I start placing and I have this really fast block mechanic thing, but I press another key on the keyboard, it doesn't work. It totally ruins it. So to
see how that works, like it's just this sort of thing. Like, so practice isn't super important. It's just we can't have people going in blind. We need people to have, if there's a 15-minute video, watch the fucking video. Understand how it works. Sure, you might get something wrong on the day. We're not going to berate you for it. But the point is, it's like, knowing the basics is really helpful. You can't just be fully clueless. We didn't use Litematica last time, but we might allow it this time. Possibly. I'm not sure. We didn't last time, but we might do next time. Like, we didn't last time. And I don't know. I don't think we will. But it's difficult. I don't know. I think with speedrunners it might be a little bit easier. If we were to do Litematica, we definitely wouldn't allow like auto place or anything like that, obviously. Yeah, easy place or whatever, that definitely won't be allowed. But it's still up in the air as to whether we allow Litematica. We didn't last time. We probably won't, but I don't know. Oh, Squilly is replying to the message that I sent. Ooh, we got the reveal. We got the big reveal. So, this was the questions. Who built the farms? Are theoretical optimums by the same player? If so, whose mechanics were testing the build time? In the gapless design, any reason we're using half slabs over leaves? Just because of the cobblestone farm, it would require only 80 iron, 30 layers, 9,000 additional leaves harvest. In the waterfall design, is there a way to generate the silverfish faster? 18 player days is a lot of time investment to generate the mob switch, especially as this will contribute to the initial 25 days of prep, possibly using armadillos or allies or snow golems. Irrelevant to the answer, I think that the true decision comes down to the roster in which I gather. If the roster is significantly weighted towards speedrunners, which I personally am in favor of this season, I simply think that the theoretical optimum build time would be trivial for us to achieve and possibly even surpass. In this situation, I think that this benefits gapless would far outweigh the risk aversion of waterfall. However, if the roster is less mechanically advanced, filled with more content-oriented players, I would likely consider pivoting towards Waterfall. I designed the gapless. Will did the waterfall design. We tested the build farms of our designs ourselves, so I tested gapless and Will tested waterfall. This is a really good sign. Because Squilly is worse mechanically than Willahide. Willahide is a stronger mechanical player. That means that if you put a stronger mechanical player in, I think we destroy the waterfall build times. 182 minutes will definitely be beaten. I think that it will take far less than 3 hours for us to build, and that's big. My test was building a full layer in one go with some splits adjusted afterwards. Will did half a layer in one go, then doubled the time afterwards, to my understanding. Waterfall time is my personal best time technically for one layer. Gapless's current time is a theoretical time, meaning it hasn't actually been achieved in practice, is what I've just learned. So Squilly had some adjustments, maybe making it slightly faster, but wasn't achieved in reality yet. It really depends on what that will do if someone like I built it. Noted. I think that could be an important deciding factor. Yeah, I think a proper test needs to be done with good mechs. I could say good mechs, but maybe I'll do it. Because I feel like I could be, like, the average mechanical player on the roster. Slash, probably slightly less. But if I know what the fuck I'm doing, if I learn how to do it, I'll probably be faster than most of them at first. Right? If I know exactly how it works, then I'm going to be faster than people that don't. You know what I mean? I ask, when is this starting? No guarantees. Possibly the weekend of the 28th of March. No guarantees on that, but possibly. My advantage is my gaff, yeah. My advantage is my gaff. If not, it might end up being delayed until April. But I've messaged, there's an event going on the 28th, which I fear that a few of the roster might be also involved in. So I wouldn't be able to guarantee it being on the 28th, is the point. I don't actually think I explicitly said thank you, Hacks, for the raid, by the way. Thank you, Hacks, for the raid. I think I kind of went straight into explanation. I don't think I actually said thank you. So, thank you. I think you did? Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I'm seeing a lot of pings in Demi chat saying, where is Fulham? Fulham, uh-oh. Scouts are saying Fulham leaked this in top. Oh, it's fine. Tubbo's gone live with creating a 1-week SMP. I didn't leak shit. If you learned it from me, you learned it 15 minutes early. GG. Like, congrats. That's actually fine. That's so chill. He had no choice but to announce it after your leak. No, don't say that. 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 Actually went live to do damage control because of the leak. No, 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 no. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, I promise. Had to announce it early? No, he didn't. Relax. Chill on me. Oh, dude. I think I'm still gonna go gapless with Melon Farm, by the way. I'll be honest with you. I think my mechanics are better than Squilly's. I think that I could build it faster than the 182 minutes. Oh, dude, it's so exciting, though. Okay. I'm hoping that... Oh, let me go to, like, a new tab. Here we go. I'm hoping that the majority of these players would be happy to play. Because I think that, like, having a roster of Minecraft speedrunners will be amazing. That's my aim. Oh. Oh, okay. Good comm. Good comm. Good comm. Beautiful comm. I probably can't do those dates anyway. Is it just speedrunners, or are we going to have some comic relief on? I don't think we have time for comic relief. I'll be honest. I don't think we have time for comic relief. I don't think we have the leeway. You know what I mean? Hacks can keep spirits up while staying locked in. So true. Like, I think this would just be really cool because it would be a big group project that, like, a lot of the Minecraft speedrunning scene could do together. And the only way it's going to work is if, basically, chat asked really nicely for their favorite streamers to be in it. Right? Like, if enough people gaff, enough people will do it. If enough, like, chatters gaff, then enough people would do it. Right? Like... If people would be excited for this, then streamers would be excited to do it. Oh, it's going to be way more than 10 people. Yeah, because people need to sleep. So 10 online at any one time, at most. I'm annoying in Fulham chat, so I can also be annoying in other chats. True. True, chatter. Under Minecraft days is 33 hours and 20 minutes. Assuming that we have 20 TPS. Which... it may be slightly longer than that, given the fact that 20 TPS was very hard for our previous server to maintain. However, I have asked Tubbo very nicely if we can use his server. So, a juicer server from him. And so, hopefully, we'll be okay. When will this happen? No guarantees on when. It could be March 28th. It could be a couple of weeks after that.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Leslie Bites, thank you for the
Wow.
resub, goat. Wow. We can talk about the Diamond Hacker. I've already watched the J-Coff finals now. Sorry. I can't really be bothered to watch it again on stream. But there is that diamond hacker that we were going to talk about, weren't we? I don't know if they're a hacker or if they were an alt. I actually don't know anything about it. However, what I do know is their old username. Now, if you put this in on NameMC, you put this in on name on MC, all of their previous names have been hidden. Right? All of their previous names hidden. You don't know. Change their name to a bunch of letters and numbers, and then they hid their name. However, I know what I'm doing. So I found the way around it. And their IGN is Timmy Turner 79. And you can see that in Season 6 Phase 1 and Season 8 Phase 2, they gained phase points. Right here. Phase point enjoyer for a non for a cheating runner. But we don't know if they've been hacking or not. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if they've been hacking. Or maybe it's an alt account or something along those lines. I truly don't know. I truly don't know. But what we do know is that they've clearly been banned from ranked. Every win that they have achieved no longer exists. Every single win that they have achieved has been erased from the leaderboard across every single season. But they have been a Diamond 1, Diamond 2 player for a very long time. But what we can do is go and check the replays. No, ELO refunds are not a thing, sadly. So let's have a peek. Tough. There we go. As you can see, their graph only shows the losses now. We look at their matches. Only shows losses now. Weird that they were playing private rooms as well. They were like hosting the private rooms between these two players. FE666 in the private room. And Cruin. Cruin and FE666 in the private room. Sus. Sus. I think we got it. Mods? Mods, can we investigate these guys? This guy has secret motion. Oh, you can't see the replays anymore? No way. What the helly? What the helly? What the helly? Helly, helly? Who the hell is Timmy Turner 79, man? Guys, who the hell is Timmy Turner 79? Ah, nothing on pace, man. I want to see if I played them before. Yeah, on God. But you can't if you beat them. Sorry, you can only see that if you beat them, right? You can't see any of the matches where they won now. Paceman would show the new user? Okay. Nothing there either. Peculiar, man. Hmm. Okay, this is the guy's skin that he's currently using. And it's used on a few other players, right? You want Huz. Cold. I don't know if they ever made it to LCQ is the thing. Because if we think about it, we go here, we put in their IGN. Sorry, that was one of the other peoples that were wearing the skin. I don't think they've ever got enough points to get to LCQ. Maybe Season 8 they did? 14 points? 14 points is LCQ. So Season 8 LCQ, maybe. If all you want to do is know what they were banned for, it might be just easiest to ask Oliver. I messaged twice in the MCSR ranked chat, and I got no response, so. I got no motion. I literally messaged about it at midday yesterday, bumped it again at midnight last night. Nothing. Full dono wall. On God, full dono wall. Maybe because it's Oliver? You might be right. Classic late.
No, I think it's 24 actually. Bingo. If you're doing a lot of fourth,
I think it's a distinct possibility. I also want to say, you mentioned
Bro, on God, shot Sibao.
this is gonna be a good
Sibao, wet hair boy.
I was gonna say, let's see if I can for 20. Worse. I'm not sure what these runners are gonna do. 6 iron. You can't do it.
Oh.
Actually, I'm not sure. Immediately get the spectator cam. This is the best part of it all, to see all the players and how they did.
Wait, another cheater. Kenan Cardes has made the Advancement Ice Bucket Challenge. Wait, double cheater in this LCQ.
Look at that one player up there. Is that Blur? Blur just a little bit behind there. Everyone else, I think. Actually, I'm not sure that was Blur. I shouldn't take guesses.
This seat is so chopped, bro.
Seat is.
There's crying in the rune portal.
Oh, another cheater. Draconic 6. We have 3 cheaters in this LCQ.
You can't do a good completion.
Oh, 4 and Emerald. GG. GG. Mods. I'll fucking delete this bit. How long's the Kenan bit gonna go? What do you mean bit? Bro cheated. It's gonna luck over him for the rest of, for a long time. If you cheat, you don't suddenly become like not a cheater anymore. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Bullying a 15-year-old. calling someone a cheater for cheating is bullying. Interesting. You also spliced your run? You can call me a splicer. Oh God, call me a splicer. My run still got verified though, so. Anyway, moving on.
You just gotta send this on the side.
Ooh.
At least we saw Emerald in the chat there getting iron pick advancement. So presumably there's 6 iron in this chest.
It looks like
no
6.
looting. Okay, this isn't that bad then. It could be worse. I'm not sure what these runners are gonna do for food. Let's throw to where the player cams actually.
Wait, new account created 3 days ago called Timmy Turner 79? No way. Really? Same time they got banned, they made a new account on their same username? Really?
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Couldn't think of anything funny, sorry.
No worries, bro. First indexed 23rd of February 2026. Wow. They've made a new account already. Thank you very much, Amber. Sora, even for the resub. Appreciate you, bro. Interesting.
If
I
we
mean, we're
can't
probably
just
not going to
cheat.
notice this guy or see this guy
Let's see if any of these in the nether
at all.
It's got some right now.
We got to accept Nether. Looks like
Hey, his least favorite. Thank you for the tier
It's a bit of a
2.
sticky one still.
You turning my Timmy till I cheat? I don't know.
She turning my
That's
Timmy
great.
till I cheat.
As
IDK.
we spawn into this.
We just have we're like so unlikely to.
That's
for
building
them to
over the
pull up.
lava. Fully lose the seed because in a Four hearts, scary situation on this bridge. He's able to not die for now, at least.
Wait, do you reckon they've played any ranked games on the new account? Go to the screen that shows who was elimed every time. Well, they didn't get into the top 20. That's for sure. They weren't in the top 20 here either. Someone said that IGN was Dan Danny Boy. Oh, I got I'm so sorry, Villagero. I trolled. I didn't notice the. If you put that word in, the bot just auto bans you. It was not your fault. And we usually have people just unban you straight away. Just someone missed it. I'll blame it on myself. Sorry. Thank you for writing an unban request. I unbanned you instantly. My fault. Oh God, that's my fault. Sorry.
Warm up to these tourneys.
Did we see the next?
Seemed like a lot, but
the next players, or is it just this? No. Okay. Oh, okay. So they're not on this list either. So they weren't in the top 40. Compare the screens to the Liquipedia one to see if any names are missing. Oh, you're tough. So MCSR ranked season 8. LCQ. Last chance qualifiers. MCSR ranked season 8. They won't be on here. They're not on here. They're not in the top 64. Participant 64, they're not in here. They're not in here. They just didn't play. Well, they had a different name, no? A secret one? No. All of their names are public now. I can publicize all of them. Here you go. Ranked Speedruns was their first username. And then they changed it quite a few times, but during LCQ Season 5, they would have been Timmy Turner 79. They would have been Timmy Turner 79. And they are just not in this list. Maybe they thought they'd get caught if they played it. You know what I think this is? I genuinely think this is an alt. I just think this is an alt. I really think someone was alting and they got caught. By IP somethinging. So it doesn't, honestly, I don't think this person was cheating. I think they were an alt. And if you're an alt, you're not allowed to have alts in MCSR ranked unless for a specific explicit reason and you've got permission. I think this person was probably an alt and they didn't get permission. It'll just be the alt that gets banned, especially assuming that they're a good player. But they might get like, I don't know, some punishment for alting without permission. I don't know what that is. Again, I'm not someone that technically runs the ladder or the leaderboard. I just help with the playoff side of things. So I don't know. No, all of the L9 accounts are, they just changed their names. They just changed names to L9. Because you can change your username, that's fine. But, it's good, it's good. Any reason why alts are not allowed? Because the only reason you need an alt is a smurf. And smurfing isn't fucking cool in a ranked ladder. L9 is like a league clan or something like that. It was like some esport something. Yeah, toxic League of Legends group. There you go. Like, I don't even get it really. Yo, Liz Blitz, thank you for gifting to Molly. Let's go. Wait, flip L9 upside down? That's crazy. That's actually tech. That's actually tech, Kai Nullified. You might be the GOAT for that one. You might be the GOAT for that one, actually. Wait. Folks Girl Paul Job was Chris, yeah. Like today, I'm Cole 3 and someone beat the game at 17:38. 17:38. Against me, I reported. Someone went on a reasonably quick run in Cole 3 and got a fucking ranked report. Oh, hell no. Son. Imagine getting fucking reported for your PB. That's actually tough. If you got reported because you're too fast. Nah, bro, this guy too fast. He's gotta be a smurf. Gotta be a smurf. Oliver! Someone stop this guy. Tough as hell, bro. Yeah, my prediction is this guy's just an alt of someone. And it's one of them ones where you go, okay, that sucks. What can you do? Like, I think that they've probably Just altered. I think that's it. Jamie, mostly because you'll probably end up with people with a lot of forfeits. And if they're forfeiting a lot, then their average will stay high, but their elo will go down because they're losing. Look at their linked Discord on NameMC. I don't have one, right? I mean, yeah, then their linked Discord is You're So Bad LMAO. I don't think that's going to be a real... I don't think that's a real Discord. I'll be honest with you. Am I supposed to be aware of when the Melon event is starting again? No. You're on the list, though. Don't worry, you're on the list. On God, we will be making the new 100 million melons, 100 million views. Oh. Will it be streamed too? Yeah, 100%. Yo, chat. Personally, remember, guys. Remember, one thing about me is that I love women. You know? You guys know that? I love women. So yesterday, when I found out that Buzzballs is a women-founded company, on God, I had to buy one. On God, I had to go drink that. I had to go drink that, bro. I also had to buy one for Lauren as well. Tough. That's my goat. Do you have a tote bag and drink matcha lattes? What the hell would make you think that? The hell would make you think that? Hello? What would you make you think that I have a tote bag and drink matcha lattes? Hello? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry that I like reading feminist literature. Sorry that I like women. Like, hello? Yes, I have a tote bag. Yes, it's very helpful. No, I'm not performative. Hashtag, it's just who I am. I actually don't like matcha, by the way, for what it's worth. But I do go support my local independent coffee shop and have an iced latte instead. Being performative at the coffee shop is a legit YouTube strat. Thank you, TJ Things. TJ Things understands me. Oh, God, he understands me. Because I fuck with taking a lap. Because, bro, it's either take a laptop in a rucksack and I look like a noob, or I take it in a tote bag, perfect size, and I can throw a couple of other things in there, and I don't have to worry about it. Nothing on my back. It's freeing. It's freeing. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. You're gonna get uneven shoulders on God? Yeah, maybe. I'm going gym again tomorrow. I just look back at my main screen and Lauren's staring at me with a buzzball. Literally, I'll be reading chat over here. I pan myself back to main monitor. It's just like Lauren looking like this. Full screen Lauren with a buzzball like... I'm 10 hours just looking at chat and I pan over. I'm like, oh, hey. Oh, make that shit your screensaver. On God. Tough. Tough. Oh. Say 2021. Oh.
21?
Oh. 21? Oh. Oh God, are you woke? I'm out, guys. I can't support this. No, no, no. We're not woke here. We do none of that woke nonsense. No, we don't fuck with the woke. Like 2x1 magma portals. Pfft. No, too woke. No. Beef salad hole. Too woke. No. We're putting the piglins in Feinberg hole, bro. On God. Netherite? None of that woke nonsense. We didn't used to have back when Minecraft was fun to play. Minecraft Beta Edition. They didn't have no netherite. Diamond was the best. Getting rid of all this woke netherite nonsense, you know? Pool screen? Pool station? Oh God, that's woke. Real Minecraft speedrunners use Screwfix mod, bro. Real calculators? Pff, woke nonsense, bro. We do the math in 2026. No, we don't. No, we don't. We on God, we just go back to Throw Pro, bro. We go back to Throw Pro. Anyway, I'm very excited for the melons, for the melon challenge. Very hyped. Fingers crossed that we get a lot of melons. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed the melons all go well. We get all of the intended melaning. And I think tomorrow the plan of action is going to be I'm going to chill here now. And I think tomorrow, I'm going to go live, do a little bit of ranked. And then we're going to release even, Craft the Lie. We're going to watch the release of Craft the Lie. Should be about this time tomorrow. Craft the Lie 2, we're going to have the watch party here. So make sure you're here for it. But we're going to probably queue tomorrow. Or at least do some runs and do some practice and stuff. So, So yeah, that'll probably be the plan. We are all watching the yearly nerdy video. Yeah, but the yearly nerdy video is going to get 10 billion views. How well did Craft the Lie 1 do? Nerdy. 2.3 million views. Bro. 42 minutes, 2.3 million views. Like 43-minute video. Wow. That's fucked. That's fucked. A lot of money. I know how he works with his editors though, so yeah. Nerdy's always been a goat at YouTube, though. He always has been. Real OGs remember... remember... What was this even called? Hold on. Think about it, Lewis. I mean, I want to say find the fakes, because that's what I did, but it's not. Odd Run Out. Odd Run Out. R.I.P. Odd Run Out, bro. I want to, yeah, I mean, look. Odd Run Out never got more views than the original. Like, the first one was the banger, and then it, like, chilled off after then. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I don't think it's going to be the same. I think Craft the Lie will stay relevant, is the truth. Hey, Ben. Hope you're well. Oh, I'm excited for Craft the Lie 2, bro. I'm excited for Craft the Lie 2. He's put so much effort in. I know he has. He's been working on it for months. Like 3+ months. Like, wow, man. Dude. All I need to do... All I really, truly need to do is get... All I really need to do is get like 10 million views every year. That's it. I just need to get 10 million views a year. Dude, how the fuck is... Dude, Craft the Lie sponsorship would go insane, by the way. I've just considered what a Craft the Lie sponsorship would get, Nerdy. I think he cares too much about the video to take a sponsor. Like, I care a lot about my content. If a sponsor's offering me this much... Yeah. And Dev, yes. And as far as I know, I don't think I can release this. But he'll hopefully get a sponsor. Love that guy. Chess.com, please save me. Yeah, because he had the chess.com video, didn't he? I forgot about that one. The chess.com, like, speedrun competition or whatever it was. Ooh. Okay, well, TJ, you know when I was talking about the melon thing, you might not be available to. You HBG MFs cheated. I wasn't involved. Don't say you. They. I didn't play in the competition. I wasn't invited to the competition. I didn't play test the competition. I wasn't involved. Don't get me involved in that shit. Okay? Let that be clear. Let me be clear. It's not that they cheated, it's just the fact that Nerdy did playtesting, but he did playtesting with people in HBG, and then he needed more people to fill the event, so he invited some of the playtesters back, which is stupid on Nerdy's behalf. And he also said that and was like, my fault, it's the first time I've ever done one of these events. It won't happen again. And it hasn't. Like, yeah. It's stupid. Like, Nerdy fucked up. But equally, it is what it is. It was a YouTube video. Like, it kind of is what it is. But also, I think he's, like, tried to be aware of that and now improved. Yeah, exactly. It was just a stupid, like, it's fully on Nerdy. It's not on, like, the playtesters or anything. It's just Nerdy's fault, really, for inviting them back. Kind of stupid on his part, but that's what it is. But there was a prize pool, which is why people have a big problem with it, right? I was the one who made the tweet. Yeah, GG. Well done, Pebble. One sec. Oh my god, can I even do that weekend? Yeah, I can. Cool, chill. All right, chat. Well, I don't really have anything else to do today, but I think we're gonna do some queuing up tomorrow. If you guys are chill with that, I'd be excited to do some actual Minecraft tomorrow. A bit scary because I haven't played in a goddamn while. That's for truth. I'm gonna have to do some practice first, that's for sure. But we'll do some yapping, then some queuing, and then craft a live watch party. And then what's going on this weekend? Nothing? I don't think anything's going on this weekend. That's cool. Epic burger. All right, chat. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Let's go and... Oh, it's the Feinberg event on Saturday. Yes. Squad Showdown, or whatever it's called. Probably Squad Showdown. It probably is called that, to be fair. Let's go raid into... Oh, it's on the Sunday? Oh, cool. What's on the Saturday, then? Nothing? Weird. The entirety of Bannerfall is online. Could never be me, bro. Could never be me. Couldn't do SMPs, bro. I just couldn't do it. Wow. I'm just scrolling through my following list and everyone's online on Bannerfall. let me click people that I'm following. Coach Demi needs your help. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. If Demi's still playing, we could raid Demi. Sure. Wait, she's about to complete a run. We raid after she gets the 1 cycle. We raid after she gets the 1 cycle. We are standing a little bit close. We are standing a little bit close. Can't lie. Okay, we hit this shit. Oh, wrong side. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, W bed. I mean, W anchor. Nice. Tough. Beautiful day. Got a bit scared there for a second. Got a tiny bit scared there for a second, but we hit it. Boom! Sub 30. Nice. Tough. Not even close. Not even worried. Never, literally never worried. Never stressed, bro. Someday, Fulham will actually play Minecraft. I'll do runs tomorrow. I'll be live. I'll do runs tomorrow. All right. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Back for runs. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. And I will speak to you